Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Hallmark's beloved series, When Calls the Heart, has always been about connection, community, and resilience. Fans, who affectionately call themselves Hearties, have stuck with the show for over a decade, cherishing every storyline, every heartfelt moment, and every character journey that has graced the town of Hope Valley. But what happens when one of the show's own stars steps outside the fictional world and makes a real-life appeal to the very fanbase that has supported them for years? Recently, one former cast member of When Calls the Heart released an emotional video, directly reaching out to the Hearties, not for promotion of a project, not for publicity, but for something far more human and heartfelt. This moment has sparked conversation across social media, leaving fans both touched and motivated to step up for someone they admire deeply. The alum in question took to video, their tone vulnerable yet courageous, asking for support in a way that felt raw and genuine. Fans who watched were struck not just by the request itself, but by the honesty with which it was delivered. For many, it felt like a reminder that the actors they've come to know and love are real people with real struggles, challenges, and hopes beyond the scripts and costumes. This plea wasn't polished for entertainment purposes. Instead, it resonated because it felt like a window into the human heart. The request centered around a need that spoke volumes, whether it was tied to a personal challenge, a health-related battle, a creative project seeking funding, or a cause close to the actor's heart. What mattered most was the humility behind it. They weren't demanding or entitled. Instead, they leaned into the community spirit that When Calls the Heart has always represented. In Hope Valley, neighbors rally when someone is in need. On screen, characters lift each other through hardship, from mine disasters to personal loss. And here, in real life, the same principles seem to be unfolding. The Hearties were called upon, and many responded with overwhelming compassion. For fans who have followed this actor's journey, the emotional appeal carried even greater weight. This wasn't just any alum. This was someone who had been part of the heartbeat of the series. Though their time on the show may have ended, their imprint remains. Characters on When Calls the Heart are remembered for years, and the actors behind them often carry a special place in the fans' hearts. That's why the moment hit so powerfully. It was like hearing from an old friend who suddenly admitted they needed help. The video quickly made the rounds among fan groups and online communities. Hearties, who have always been known as one of the most loyal fan bases in television, didn't hesitate to start spreading the word. Some offered financial help, others sent prayers and emotional support, while many shared the video to ensure it reached as many people as possible. In a way, this moment reminded everyone of the bond between cast and audience, a bond that doesn't disappear when the cameras stop rolling. It's important to reflect on why this resonated so much. We live in a world where celebrities often seem distant, carefully curated, and separated from fans by layers of public relations and branding. But moments like this cut through the barrier. Suddenly, the distance between screen and reality collapses. An actor who once played a character in Hope Valley was now standing vulnerably, asking the community that once supported them on screen to rally in real life. That blurring of fiction and reality is what made the plea not just moving, but profoundly symbolic. Think about it, When Calls the Heart has always been about values, kindness, generosity, helping those in need, and recognizing that even small acts of support can ripple outward to change lives. The actor's request mirrored the very themes that made the series beloved. By turning to the Hearties, they weren't just asking for assistance. They were, in many ways, inviting fans to live out the spirit of Hope Valley. Reactions from fans illustrate just how powerful that invitation was. Many wrote heartfelt comments, saying things like, "You gave us so much joy during your time on the show. The least we can do is give back now." Others spoke about how When Calls the Heart helped them through personal struggles, loss, loneliness, or illness, and that this was their chance to return the favor. Some even recounted memories of meeting the alum at fan conventions or seeing them interact with fans with warmth and gratitude. For those people, supporting this request felt natural, almost like second nature. There's also something to be said about the bravery it takes to ask for help in such a public way. In our culture, especially for public figures, there's often pressure to appear strong, successful, and untouched by hardship. Admitting vulnerability isn't easy. It takes courage to look into a camera and say, "I can't do this alone." That authenticity can be scary, but it's also what builds real connections. And in this case, the bravery was rewarded, not by pity, but by love, solidarity, and respect. As the video continues to spread, it's prompting wider conversations about the relationship between actors and fans. Normally, fans consume entertainment, and actors deliver performances. But here the dynamic flipped. Suddenly, it wasn't just about fandom. It was about human connection. The Hearties weren't being asked to admire from afar. They were being invited to step into the narrative, to play a role in making a difference in real life. And that shift is powerful. What's even more inspiring is how organized the response has been. Fan communities online are setting up ways to coordinate help, whether that means raising awareness, pooling resources, or finding practical solutions. It shows the sheer strength of a dedicated fanbase. When you have a community as passionate as the Hearties, mobilizing them isn't difficult. It just takes a spark. And this emotional video provided that spark. There's also a ripple effect happening. Other alumni of the show have taken notice, with some posting supportive messages or encouraging fans to get involved. This solidarity shows that the When Calls the Heart family extends far beyond the current cast. Once you've been a part of Hope Valley, you remain part of that legacy, and in times of need, that family steps up. The moment also serves as a reminder of why When Calls the Heart has endured for so long. It's not just a show, it's a movement. From the very beginning, fans and creators alike have emphasized that When Calls the Heart is about more than entertainment. It's about fostering a sense of belonging. This real-world situation embodies that perfectly. It's one thing to watch kindness on screen. It's another to practice it off-screen. Some fans have even said that watching this video reminded them of their own need to reach out, whether to family, friends, or their own communities. Seeing someone they admire admit to struggling gave them the courage to do the same. In that sense, the alum's vulnerability is sparking not just support, but broader change in how people think about asking for help. As we watch this story unfold, one thing is certain: the Hearties are rising to the occasion. And the alum, who once gave so much joy through their role in Hope Valley, is now receiving a measure of that love back in return. It's a full-circle moment, one that shows the beauty of fandom when it's grounded in compassion rather than just consumption. What happens next remains to be seen. Perhaps the support will provide exactly what's needed. Perhaps it will open new doors for the alum. Perhaps it will even inspire more conversations about how fans and artists can support each other in meaningful ways. But no matter the outcome, this moment will be remembered. It has already left an indelible mark on the When Calls the Heart community. In closing, the emotional appeal from this alum reminds us that television may create fictional worlds, but the connections we form through them are anything but fictional. Hope Valley may be a set on a screen, but the spirit of Hope Valley lives on in every act of kindness, every supportive message, and every heart that steps forward to help. This video wasn't just a request. It was a reminder to the Hearties, to the wider Hallmark community, and to all of us, that when someone reaches out in need, the most beautiful thing we can do is answer with love. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.